they were like, yeah, you can either get your updated trumpet, or you can take that money and apply it towards your percussion kit. And so they gave me a weekend, and after the weekend, I was like, I really like rhythm. I really like being the person that allows people to feel like they can dance and move, and
Mhm.
really kind of creating that foundation for everybody. So I was like, you know what? Trumpet's cool, but my heart is with the rhythm. So picked it up, never looked back. My friend who played trumpet, my senior year of high school, was like, "It's a good thing you switched because you were just not,
Well,
you
tell the
wasn't
truth
cutting it.
then,
You
friend.
wasn't cutting. He
You
kept it real.
know.
So
All things relevant, all things God, and all things good. Focus on the good. The good, yeah. All things relevant, all things God, and all things good.
Hi, I am Portia Starr, and this is the Just Focus on the Good podcast, where we focus on all things relevant, all things good, and all things God. Oh, I have somebody amazing here with me today. I have Will the Great, Will Daniels.
what's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? Y'all good?
Listen. We're going to dive right in.
Okay,
It's
cool.
hot,
It's a little hot. It's a little hot.
but I got some questions.
All right, it's about to get hotter.
Not that hot now. Not that type of hot now. You wanna start with an icebreaker question, or you?
It's up to you. Go ahead.
No, I want to know.
Okay, all right.
I want to know where did this amazing journey began with you doing music?
Okay.
Do you come from a musical family? How does this work? Let's just get into
Okay.
business, okay?
Okay. So, yeah, so I actually I've always been musical. I don't come from a musical family necessarily, but my dad was pretty old school. He was definitely older. So, he definitely had a lot of old school music playing. My mom also loved a lot of old school music. And so really, I mean, I was always around music. I always loved listening to music. And when I got in school, I mean, literally from the time I was, just a little kid, like first grade, I was in choir with my sister, which was the third grade choir.
So you sing.
I used to sing. I used to
Ah,
sing.
and when did you stop, sir?
Oh, puberty stopped that for sure. No,
Okay,
that
okay.
that and I have a swollen adenoid, so that was kind of hard. It kind of limited some of my range, but I still do backgrounds. I still mess around and sing a little bit, but yeah, it really started with that. I started singing when I was younger, just kind of being interested in music, and I always had this inclination to do music.
Mhm.
So started with that. I was in choir all through high school, but in fifth grade is when I first picked up drums. Um, yeah, I first picked up drums then uh, after playing trumpet for about 3 months. So yeah.
3 months. That's not a lot. Well, let's go back to the singing part.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so in singing
Uh,
outside of school, what type of songs would you like to sing?
Really, whatever I heard. Definitely old school, like I said. So I can't really think of any particular songs off the top of my head. It was
Mhm.
really just what was ever on the radio. Like, so between my mom, like I loved a wide variety. Like I come from a very mixed family. So
Okay.
my dad's side it was old school soul, 70s, all that. My mom's side it was like classic rock and just some of like the radio hits and stuff like that.
Oh, so
So
you just whatever
yeah.
is flowing,
Yeah.
flow.
Obviously James Brown was huge for me. Um
And why is that?
Oh, that's the godfather of funk. So you just, even as a kid, I don't care what age you are, you gonna feel that one. So I think I was shy, but performance and like playing these other characters was how I came out of my shyness. So James Brown was big for me. Um, I played like harmonica, like a little bit in grade school. So like I learned Hard Day's Night. Um, and some other like Beatles hits and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Like I used to play those on
You was
harmonica,
playing everything.
everything. Like I was, it was such a wide range of music, and really it was just whatever I picked up on the radio,
Mhm.
I would be singing along. So mhm.
Interesting. So now let's go. You only played the what for 3 months?
I played trumpet.
So did you not like the trumpet? You was like, this thing is too heavy. Like, what was it? The drumsticks were just easier to use.
Well,
Like,
well,
it's like
so
small. Like, bop, bop, bop. Got this big old thing. Like, I
hey,
mean,
look, it might have just been hitting things that I like. I don't know.
did you
No,
have anger issues? It's like, I'm just joking.
I
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
little bit, just a little bit.
Let me release.
Hey, look, you
This is
feel me?
therapy right here.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. No, I think honestly, what it was. So my entire grade school, I thought I was gonna be a jazz trumpet player. Like I really wanted to be a jazz trumpet player.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, right. Crazy journey, right? So, picked up trumpet after like they would make us try out all the instruments, right?
Mhm,
So, we learned the song flute, the little recorder stuff,
mhm,
and then they're like, all right, well, so now you can pick up an instrument and band and test it out. So, we were able to try everything, but we had to have a melodic instrument before we could try out for percussion.
right.
So, picked up a couple different instruments, but I knew I wanted to be a trumpet player. Like I was certain I was going to be a trumpet player. Picked it up. It was great. About 3 months later, I was like, you know what? Let me try out drums. Let me see
Mhm.
what's up. And so I picked up drumsticks, and they gave me a weekend to decide. Like we had to audition for it, so only certain people got to actually be a part of the percussion. I was picked, and they're like, all right, you have a weekend to either decide if you want a full trumpet, because I was playing cornet at the time.
And this is in high school.
This was in elementary. This was in fifth
Oh,
grade.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. So they were like, yeah, you can either get your updated trumpet, or you can take that money and apply it towards your percussion kit. And so they gave me a weekend, and after the weekend, I was like, I really like rhythm. I really like being the person that allows people to feel like they can dance and move, and
Mhm.
really kind of creating that foundation for everybody. So I was like, you know what? Trumpet's cool, but my heart is with the rhythm. So picked it up, never looked back. My friend who played trumpet, my senior year of high school was like, it's a good thing you switched because you were just not,
Well, tell the
wasn't
truth
cutting it.
then,
Just
friend.
wasn't cutting. He
You
kept it real.
know?
So yeah, but I think it was the right choice.
Okay.
It was definitely the right choice. So
So now you're doing the drums
yeah.
and you're here
hmm
at how old?
Right now, currently, I am 29 years old.
Said it right now, currently.
Right now, technically that's my age, but I feel like I'm at least like 35.
In
I
your
don't know. I
head.
feel, yeah, you know
I
what I'm
feel like
saying.
I'm 50.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? I
fair.
really, honestly, I feel like I'm like 55.
55.
You know what I'm
Older than
saying?
me?
Oh, 100%.
Hmm.
100%. I'm an OG. You know what I'm saying? Just,
I'm not about to play with
I'm playing.
you. Okay. 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 So, you do a lot of things. A lot of things. I did a little research on you. Um, however, I'll start with another question. Um, let's see here. Um, so you're 27,
29.
29?
Yeah.
Really? I
Uh,
thought I heard 27.
you all good?
29. Or so you're
It's
about
the
to be.
skincare. That's what it is.
It's the skincare,
It's
like a baby. You see them guys. Okay. Um, so you've been in doing music since a kid. You're 29 now. You're about to be 30 this year, next year.
Next year.
Next
Yeah.
year. Um, what what has been some of your biggest challenges that you face in this industry doing music?
Honestly, I mean, so when I was in college, my professor told me that I was always going to be a bridge. So honestly, I think the biggest challenge is getting everybody on one accord, because everybody comes from different backgrounds, everybody has different opinions and
Mhm,
views, and I'm young, I'm black, I'm from Detroit,
mhm,
so having to deal with so many different characters and so many different personalities, Luckily I came, like I said, came from a mixed family. Grew up grew up both in Detroit and in Livonia, so I
Okay.
got to learn how to talk to a little bit of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so the biggest challenge is really just getting people to kind of come to an understanding or a middle ground. Everybody's so stubborn in their opinions, and it was a challenge, but now I think it's a little bit easier for me to play the role of the beta versus the alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Something that Pharrell talks about a lot because everybody has this alpha energy. Everybody wants to be right, and my job is to find the solution so we can all come together, be that bridge, so that we can all get to our next destination. So,
So you are in a band?
yep, I have my own band, but I also play with multiple other bands. So.
Oh, so you just explain how that works.
Yeah. So really, honestly, I always say that I'm my own brand.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of live and die by that.
Okay.
And so I am at will. So anywhere that you see me at will enterprise is visible.
Okay.
But the at will band is the band that I put together as a way to help out artists, help out different musicians, and create certain standards. So, um, while I do most of the time play as the at will band,
Mm-hmm.
featuring whatever artist, sometimes I work with different artists who have their own bands kind of set up already. One of those artists would be like Elise King. Elise King,
I love her.
I absolutely
Shout out
adore.
to Elise King. She is an amazing singer, guys.
Amazing, amazing, and amazing person overall. Just
Yeah.
a huge heart.
Yeah, she's a great big heart.
Oh yeah. So that's my big sis, and so I've been fortunate enough to play in her band, which is called the Elise King Experience.
Yeah.
And so, while I'm always gonna be at will, my actual name, the At Will Band, is present on that
Okay.
because that's a band that she's had for years and years
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
and so I kind of step into those roles, and that's also cool because it allows me to hire other musicians
Yeah.
in my own band,
Mm-hmm.
other drummers, because I have respect for other drummers such as like Reggie Williams, Todd Watts. Those are two people I hire often. DeMarcus, who we call Animal, because
Mm-hmm.
he's a beast on the kit. So just I get to, if I'm playing with other groups, I have other drummers that I hire
Mm-hmm.
to fill in with the At Will band. So
That's dope.
yeah, so it's kind of like
That's
its own
really, really
entity.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how long have you had your band?
I've had my band for about 5 to 7 years, kind of give or take,
That's
because yeah, COVID and all that stuff. But I formed it in college. Um, I went to a music education college that is actually unfortunately no longer there, but it
long.
was Detroit Institute of Music Education.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what, I want my own band, so let me just go ahead and do it. So formed it probably my senior year. I think that was like 2017, 2018. Uh, and then COVID hit in 2020, of course, and then we've been rocking together ever since.
I love it. I have had the opportunity to see you play. I've seen you play with Elise King, Ellie, Alexis,
Love
Gwen
Alex's.
Nation, and you are a beast
Oh,
on those drums.
thank you, thank you. I appreciate that.
Listen, y'all, I performed with Ellie this year,
Shout out to Ellie.
and shout out to Ellie. I was nervous as all get out. And I'm standing right next to him in the back, like he's like, "You're gonna be all right. Don't worry."
Mm,
Like he's so supportive. Okay,
I try.
he wants the best.
I mean, when you got great artists,
Oh,
you gotta be
thank you.
supportive.
So
So,
supportive. He was trying to calm me down, calm me down. My nerves was all types of bad, y'all. But he's very good at making sure everything flows together and nobody's irate. Like even if everything is falling apart, he's like, it's all right. We're just gonna work this out, and that's just how it's gonna go. It's gonna flow however it gotta flow, and it always turns out beautiful because I was like, this is not gonna sound right. It's not gonna sound right. I don't know. I've never done my poetry over music before. I don't know what I'm doing. And he's like, you'll be fine. It's okay. So he's super, super great. I got another question.
Yeah.
Do you have a passion for anything else outside of music? If so, what is it?
Hmm.
Tell us. Give us all your deepest, darkest secrets.
Trying to think. Trying to think. Honestly, like I love counseling. I love mentorship. Um,
Is it a certain area? Is it mental health? Is it just
just a little bit of
every
everything.
day?
I'm really big on the future, so I'm really big on kids.
Mhm.
I really want kids. But of course, my life is crazy, so I
Mhm.
can't really have kids. So like, I'm big
I mean,
on.
I have 5 you want to adopt.
I mean,
I
look,
got some to
I'll
spare.
be unk for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'll
I mean,
be
I could
unk.
just,
So
I got one son. You can have him for the
Oh,
weekend.
okay. Look, you know what I'm saying? Look, the weekends are usually my busiest
Oh,
time.
I was
So,
about listen. You could never have, enough
you know what I'm
mentorship.
saying? Your son's gonna see some interesting things when it comes to the
All
music
right,
industry.
maybe
That's for
not.
sure. Right. You know what I'm saying? But, but no, I love kids. I absolutely love kids. I go to my school. I was actually just there for career day.
Okay.
And I go and talk to them. And really, my biggest thing is I want people to always be at will in whatever they do. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So,
Oh, it's like
um,
at will. Like
exactly.
I love
That's
this.
actually why I
Wait,
named
y'all
my
seen how you
company.
did
Yeah,
that?
exactly. That's why
Y'all
I named my
seen it?
company at will.
I
You know what I'm
love it.
saying? So,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm big on that. I'm big on um, philosophy. The hero's journey is one of the philosophies that I follow.
Okay.
I'm big on just telling people to, you know, expect that it's going to be a long journey and it's not going to be easy, but you can do whatever you want to do, as long as you put the work in. So, I try to go back as much as possible and talk to the kids because I know that when I was growing up, everybody told me that music was impossible. Everybody told me
Mm.
that there's no way you can make a living, there's no way that you can get your goals. I was 10 years old when I told my entire family that I was going to be a musician and that basically uh, I was gonna I was gonna pay for everybody's future off of
Mm.
music. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna build this whole community, and I'm gonna like make it to where everybody I'm gonna pay all y'all bills. I'm gonna get y'all houses.
You sound like me.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said all of this, and then I was like, over time, um, people thought I was joking, or they're like, oh, that's a lovely dream. And then over time, they started seeing me actually progress, and I was fortunate enough to get a business where I pay all my bills through music, and I'm able to pay people a living wage to where,
And guys, it's possible.
you know what I'm saying?
It's
So,
possible. We have an example here.
so if I
Okay.
can do it at 29, that means that you can
Okay.
do it
At any
at any
age.
age. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So yeah, that's really my passions outside of music is counseling, is mentorship, um, history. I love history. I think that you have to know where you came from to get where you're going.
For sure.
And then basketball is like
So you can hoop, is what you're saying?
I used to be able to hoop. You
I
see,
was about to
so
say you trying to do a one-on-one, like what?
look, you gotta take it easy on me because if I break a bone, then I can't pay nobody. So
No,
you know
but
what I'm
you ain't
saying?
gonna
Look,
break no bone.
you might be a baller because I saw the WNBA.
I
Saying.
mean, I got a little skills. I got a little something,
You feel
something.
me?
Okay, what happened here? What happened here?
So I was a hooper. I used to love playing basketball in middle school. I broke my wrist. That's a little bump right here.
Oh
Um,
no.
yeah, I broke my wrist. I was playing basketball. I was
How
on
do you wait a minute? You're drumming.
the.
I'm confused.
Yeah. Broke my wrist in middle school on the growth plate. Um, went through all the healing, went through all the recovery,
Hmm.
uh, and that was it for basketball. Because I literally broke my wrist. I was crying. My mom was like, "It's gonna be
Wow.
okay. Like, they're gonna take care of the pain." I was like, "I don't care about the pain.
I
I
just
just
wanna
want to
play
play
basketball.
drums." Like it was like nothing mattered but drums.
Yeah.
So I healed up, and it took some time to get back to it.
Mhm.
Like I had to change my playing style a little bit, all that, and this bump kind of stayed with me because it was one of those things where the way that the bone healed, um, it kind of created like this extra pressure on my wrist.
Mm.
So playing over time, it just kind of developed. So I don't really have any problems with it. I used to for years have like some tension in my wrist, or every once in a while, like I used to be big into working out a lot
Mhm.
and like doing insanity, and that requires a lot of like pressure on your wrist.
Yeah.
So, but so I don't really hoop anymore. Now I'm really just a fan of watching. If my band's watching this, I apologize again for all the NBA metaphors and pretty much like every time I give any kind of motivational speech, it's like, just imagine we're like the Warriors and like this is how we're gonna go about it. And like we're a 5-team, NBA team. Like this is how, if you're not shooting right, then this person gotta pick up the slack. And oh, if somebody steals the ball, then you gotta run and get the rebound. And like, what are you talking about?
Right, like,
And I was like,
I'm like,
yeah, they have no
yeah,
idea. And they'll be like, all right, let's go on stage. And then they just figure it out along the way. So
I love it. We will be right back with some good questions with At Will.
Upcoming events for Will Daniels. Check out Will Daniels Friday, July 19th, Jack's listening party at House of Pure Vin, 6 p.m. Saturday, July 20th, Will Daniels will be performing with Alex Sist at the Willis Show Bar from 8 to 11 p.m.
Hey y'all, I am your host, Portia Starr, and we are back with At Will.
what's up, everybody? How
What's
y'all doing?
up?
Hey,
All right. So let's get more into your business. Um, in order for you to play your drums, did you have to learn how to read music to do that, or is it just sound? You know what I mean? Beats.
So, I definitely, I definitely started off of just feeling it out. I'm saying I was definitely like just listening to records and trying to pick it up. Friends can tell you like around the time that I was just making random rhythms up, and they heard the same rhythm like months on end.
No
Uh,
switch, no switch ups.
no switch ups. It was just trying to lock it to this one rhythm and get it going. So, but over time, I did start trying to read music.
Mhm.
I think about middle school is when I had to, the first time I had to read music because I tried out for jazz band, and that did require you to read. So,
Is it easier to just mimic the sound, or
um, I would say it depends on what I'm playing.
the song?
Yeah. So like I used to do musicals a lot
You
and
just did everything.
a little bit of everything,
Tell us more.
Yeah. Yeah, I did musicals all through high school. And then I even after high school I would go back and help out with the pit and stuff like that. So and I was the drumline instructor, so I had to read music on that too.
This man was a
Um,
drumline instructor.
absolutely,
Okay, he
absolutely.
went from multiple
Mm,
instruments
mm.
to multiple choirs to multiple bands. Let's call him Mr. Multiple.
Hey, you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like, I like it. I like it. Mr. Renaissance, if that's too hard for you, Mr. Renaissance.
Okay, if that's too
Yeah.
hard, whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, so I definitely learned how to read music that way. Even with musicals, I kind of learned how to read other instruments,
Mhm.
just from listening to it and then kind of seeing what the notes lined up and then being in choir,
Mhm.
reading music that way. So I definitely appreciate reading music. I'll say that the one flaw with it is that sometimes people get so locked into what's on the paper
They
that
can't flow.
yeah.
Okay.
So like I'm big on emotion.
Okay.
Like even being a musical director, if I'm listening to a record and then I'm gonna try to, apply that live, sometimes things just don't work out that way.
Okay.
So same with reading music. Like I can read music, I can see what it says, but sometimes it doesn't necessarily hit the same.
Okay.
You know?
Understood.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to ask you a question since I met you.
Okay then.
It's a two-part
Oh
question.
man.
I'm only gonna ask one part. No, I'm
Nah,
gonna ask
nah,
both.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, come
this hair.
on.
How long has the fro been the fro?
Okay.
If you say elementary school, I'm gonna scream right now.
Hell no, I wish. I wish. I definitely. So I'll say that I definitely was back and forth with hair. Like when I was a kid,
Mhm.
like when I was young, I forget the name of the show now. Smart guy.
Okay.
I don't
Smart
know.
guy didn't have hair.
Smart guy.
Smart guy
Yeah, I think so.
with Cuba Gooding Jr. brother in it.
Nah, wait,
Is
maybe
that
not
the
that one.
Sherman T and Tamara brother?
Yeah, that's the one.
He had hair.
Yeah, So I kind of look like him. So I didn't have long hair. I had very short hair. You're right. I did
Okay.
have that. And then I kind of like had like the Will Smith haircut,
Mm-hmm.
like, but I kind of fought the hair for a while just because I felt like I was gonna be judged for growing out my hair, like I was gonna be called nappy or whatever. Like, you know
It
what I'm
ain't
saying?
even nappy.
It's not.
It's fine.
Thank you, thank you.
It
I
just
appreciate that.
forms perfectly into an
Oh,
afro
thank you. Shout out to
while
my
being
barber. Shout out to my
fine
barber.
all at the same
Yeah.
time.
I mean, yeah, no, I fought it. I think because of the area I grew up in, so I
Okay.
went to school in Livonia, and
Okay.
I think that I didn't see a lot of
Yeah.
afros,
Yeah.
so it was always very scary for me to grow it out, and I think that in middle school I had somewhat long hair, but it was very messy. I didn't really know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And then high school, I went to a barber. She messed up my cut, and I had to
No.
buzz cut everything.
Oh
Like, you
no.
feel me? So I was distraught. I
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I entered high school with
I would have
with a
cried. Did you cry?
I at the time didn't cry. So like my mom was waiting for me. She went to the store next door, and I come out and I'm just she messed up my hair, and I was just mad, just mad, and so. Uh, She was like, "Oh, we're going back. Like, nah, we're getting a refund. Like, I'm
Okay.
not paying for
No,
this.
for sure.
And she's gonna fix your hair."
How's she gonna fix it if she cut
So
it
it
off?
was like basically, well, she asked me. She's like, "So what do you want her to do?" And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "Cut it off." And I was
Okay.
like, "See, this is why I want to go to that one barber
And
in
you want
on
to take me to
Seven
this
Mile.
lady?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right,
It's your fault, Mom.
exactly, right." So she's like, "All right, we're gonna go to that barber." So took me back into the shop. She cut off the rest of my hair.
Mhm.
We go to West 7, and that's where I met my barber. It's been my barber since
Okay.
high school.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So met my barber. His name is Kurt. Shout out to Kurt.
Shout out to Kurt.
Yeah, yeah,
If you need a good cut, go to Kurt.
yeah.
What's the name of the shop?
So actually, he doesn't work there anymore. So
Oh.
it was called West 7. It's on
Okay.
west side of 7, west side of Detroit,
Mhm.
7 Mile, obviously. And he cut there up until about my senior prom, I want to say.
Okay.
My senior prom or senior graduation. He unfortunately got hit by a car coming out the shop. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So he went down, and that's when he realized that it was an important
Yeah.
date coming up for me. So he's like, well, I can still technically cut. I'm just a little disabled. So he's like, come to my house. So
Love.
you feel me? So I started going to his house, and I still go to his house. He's moved like 3
Wow.
times, and I'll just go wherever he's at.
He's a real MVP.
You feel me? You feel me? So he cuts me privately now. I always tell him like if I ever get the tour budget that I need, trust
Listen,
me, you
I was
coming
about to
with me. You
say,
feel me?
not you having celebrity status
Hey,
here.
look, it's amazing. I
Listen.
absolutely love what he does. I actually need to go see him right now, just to get a cleanup. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
it
Look,
looked
thank you. I
nice.
appreciate you. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
So
So
did you do the afro for prom? Was the afro there at
it
prom?
was like half afro. It was like shorter, and I had fade on the side. You know what I'm saying? I was testing things at that point
Okay, so
because
what made you do the full blown?
so as
Because
soon
I
as
feel like if you get braids, you're gonna look like you belong to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
oh yeah, 100%,
So I'm
yeah,
just like,
yeah. So
can I braid your hair?
I mean, maybe. I'm
I'm
with
for
it.
real.
I'm with it. All right, cool. All right. Uh, Shout out to Kayla as well, another amazing hairstylist. If you see this, don't worry, I'm gonna come to you too, cause she's gonna kill me if I don't go get my hair braided from
Kayla,
her.
I just want to see what it look like.
Sorry.
Look, we both got to do it. Me then you then me. Whoever do it first, I just want to see it
You know what I'm
braided.
saying? Look, I'm with it. All right, I'll let you braid my hair once.
All right,
All right.
Kayla, we got him, girl.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, so after high school, I grew my hair out intentionally, because Jimi Hendrix was a big inspiration for me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Again, going to Clarenceville, I didn't see a lot of people like me. So,
Okay.
when I found out that Jimi Hendrix was playing rock music,
Ooh.
and that was the first ever thing I performed live was Purple Haze.
Wow.
So I was like in middle school.
I have no clue what that song is.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna listen to it as soon as we're done.
I've played it and sang it live. Yep.
Sing right now.
Hell no. You gotta pay for that. You gotta pay for that one. So
I got some
Uh,
coins.
hey, okay, look.
You know what I'm
Saying we might have a music segment on here
saying?
soon enough. I
Okay,
don't
right.
know. But no, I
Quit playing. We're gonna do just focus on the good at Wheels
hey, look.
on the stage live. Quit playing. The first live show at the Willis Show
Right, you feel me?
Bar.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. So
Listen.
that's where I actually sang Purple Haze one time. Was at Willis. It was
Mm.
for a joke, but I did it. But yeah, so I grew out the hair because I was like, you know what? I went to high school. I never really felt like I could have my hair the way I wanted it. I never, fully stepped into my full comfortability. And I truly believe that everybody should be natural and they should feel natural in their own body. So I grew up my hair and I started using the hashtag go with the fro. Um,
Mm.
yeah.
That remind me of my soul glow.
Hey, exactly right. It was definitely a play on words
Yes,
and
yes.
joking
Go with the
around, but
fro. Okay.
yeah, but also I was mentoring at my old high school and my old middle school. So I saw this girl at my old middle school. She came up to me and she was like, "Oh my God, I've never seen anybody with hair like me." And I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "I've never seen anybody wear their natural hair. Like I was
Oh
right." Yeah,
wow.
and she had hers in a ponytail and it just reminded me of myself so much.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, "Well, do you like your hair naturally?" And she's like, "Absolutely." And I was like, "Do you, if you felt like you could wear it out, would you?" And she was like, "Absolutely." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I think you should. I think you should. I think you should be as comfortable in your own skin as possible. Don't let
Absolutely.
anybody tell you anything different.
Absolutely.
You like my hair, right?" And she's like, "Absolutely." And I'm like, "So, wear your hair out." And the
Oh.
next time I saw her, she did have her natural hair. She had a big smile. So yeah, so go with the fro was also just a way to tell people like wear your natural hair the way you want to, or if you don't, that's cool too. But be
I was about to
natural.
say because what you trying to say,
Hey,
Will?
look, I think that's beautiful. I think what I'm saying, and to wear red hair
It's
is
bold.
is bold, and I appreciate it so much. Like I remember when I met you, I'm like, I like her. She got this look about her. She seemed confident and everything. So yeah.
Right.
Look,
Here I am.
I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? People recognize that too. It's a branding thing. There's nowhere I can go twice that people won't recognize me the second time I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something funny about that. So I went to my hairstylist the other day and I'm like, all right, I took my little braids out and I thought I was about to get some light brown hair with blonde streaks. She said, I'm gonna mold you down because it's a mold down under here, right?
Mhm.
And she said, I'm gonna let you go back to the beauty supply store and you have to get red.
Oh,
You get I said, why I can't switch it up? She said, because that's who you are, that's your brand. Like people know Portia Star from the red hair. You've
yeah.
had it uh, many years, many years, from my red locks to my red braids to my red hair to my natural hair is red. I colored it, but
Yeah.
she said that's how people know you. How you about to film a podcast with some blonde hair? That's not gonna work.
Right.
So I can resonate with that very well because she just put me in my place and I listened.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here we are. I brought back the bangs, guys. I haven't had bangs since I was in my early
I
20s.
like it. I like
You
it.
like it?
Yeah.
Thank
It's a
you.
good look. It's a
You
good
like my
look.
bangs?
Yeah.
Thank you. I was scared. I was like, this took me back.
Yeah.
Way back.
I get it. I mean, the one time I did braid my hair was for the Black Rodeo. And I was with a company called Tasty Black Spirits,
Hmm.
and it's all black owned spirits. From anything from Duke and Dame to
Oh yeah. My stylist, her brother.
mhm.
His name is Deshaun. He worked for Duke and
Oh
Dane.
yeah, I know Deshaun.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's the home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yep. So me and Deshaun were there, and
Yeah. I grew up with him since I was a little
oh
kid.
wow,
Down the street.
that's crazy.
Hmm.
That's crazy. I know he always claims this is his territory around here,
Yeah, it
around these
is.
parts.
Yeah. He actually lives down the street.
Yeah, I believe it. I
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so we definitely, what I'm saying, we know each other a lot and we work together a lot. And
Mm.
speaking of which, what I'm saying, he's every time I'm on stage, he's like, "Man, when you gonna give me my shot?" And I keep telling him, I'm like, "You gotta bring your triangle, bring your
Let's hit the
triangle,
shot.
shout to the shot, get your triangle ready." You know what I'm saying? We're waiting on you. So
We all are.
we all.
Cause I ain't never seen you play no instruments.
He says he can sing. I don't believe him, so I'm gonna put him on triangle first.
I mean, When it happens,
When it happens.
CC me. So so that I can have.
Absolutely.
Yes. So are you ready for the good question?
Let's get it.
All right. If you could find a song, one song, that describes your whole life, what would the name of that song be?
Ooh. Song that describes my whole life. That's a tough one. I don't even know. The first song that comes to mind, I'm sure I can think of like
A
50
million.
others.
Mhm.
Probably How I Got Over by The Roots.
Okay.
A lot of people might not know that one.
Nope, not me.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
So there's actually an album by The Roots called How I Got Over.
Hmm.
It came out in 2008, I believe. It was around the time that they got on the Tonight or the at that time Late Night with Jimmy Fallon.
Hmm.
But they were kind of in this new place in their life, and uh, they had went through all these experiences, being, the last hip hop band, and all that stuff, and that was their title at the time. So they were in this new experience, and they made the song, they made this album, and that was actually my first Roots album that I got. And Questlove is like one of my biggest inspirations. Black Thought, everybody in that band is huge inspirations to me. And so I heard that song, and it just kind of resonated with me because I think my life has been a lot of challenges, a lot of things. Like I was a failure to thrive when I was born. So I always tell people, I'm like, I wasn't even supposed to be here,
Wow.
and for me to be here and be constantly proving that I can overcome something,
Yeah.
how I got over just resonates a lot.
Yeah. Let's talk about how it's thundering, and I hope that this does not pick up on our segment here. When I was younger, when it thundered, my cousin used to tell me God is up there moving furniture. And God, you up there moving a lot of furniture right now. Cause,
Decorate.
cause, cause it's in here. um, but it was really, 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 really good talking to you. I have to have you back on the show because I need to know some more of your business.
Get it.
And I'm sad this episode is ending. However,
Two maybe.
okay,
Yeah.
part two. This is the Just Focus on a Good podcast, and I'm going to leave you with my scripture. I will remain confident in this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I am Portia Starr. This is At Will, and we out.
Yeah.
Living how things got